Let me ask you about something that's a little closer to people's lives, which is credit cards.
Yeah.
Because there's a bill in Congress, the name of it, oh, I don't have the name of it, but who cares?
It's called the Credit Card Bill of Rights.
I was testing you.
Oh, good. I hope I passed.
And you have passed. And, you know, it's interesting. I was reading about usury. You know that word, usury? It's not that often used, but...
It's biblical.
It's biblical, right.
Deuteronomy.
And it's interesting. Almost every philosopher, including all the religious leaders in history, have spoken out against this. I mean, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, not to mention Plato, Aristotle, everybody in history has said this is one thing people really shouldn't do to each other, charge ridiculous rates, but somehow this country got to a place where we're doing that to each other.
You know, it really is important to note, our history, colonial America, throughout our history, we had strong usury laws in place until 1979, and we just very quietly changed a law, interpretation by the United States Supreme Court on an ambiguous statute, and the whole game came unraveled from that point.
So what's going to happen now to the credit card companies? Are they finally going to get what they deserve?
Well, the real question now, this is a badly broken market. And frankly, it's not just credit cards. It's home mortgages, it's payday loans, it's a lending industry that has changed its model. Credit cards, though, are the easiest ones to see. They have switched from the notion of I'll lend you money because I think you'll be able to repay and we'll find a reasonable rate for doing that, over to a tricks and traps model.
Yeah, it's just screwing people. It's just tricking and screwing people.
The job is to trick people and trap them, and that's how you boost profits.
So if you were, let me ask you a philosophical question.
Okay.
You've done beautifully on the economic part of our test. But let me, philosophically, I mean, just put on another cap for a second. The root cause of our problems is that we really don't treat each other very well as people. I don't think all societies treat each other this way. I don't know if in Norway or Denmark they are always trying to trick and trap and screw each other for money. And it seems like that, to me, if you look at almost any problem in this country, health care, for example, I could name a dozen problems, it comes down to that. We will do anything to each other for money.
But you know, every game has rules. Every game has rules. Candyland has rules. Canasta has rules, right? And credit cards have rules. And the role of government is to write those rules in the case of credit cards and credit instruments. And so this is really about whether we have a government that just recedes and says, in effect, hey, the strong can take from everybody. They can write these however they want. Everybody can have 31-page credit card agreements so that you can't tell which one's a good one and which one's not. We can have a totally broken market that makes a few people very rich and robs the rest of them. Or you can write a set of rules that says, you know, it's just got to be kind of level out there. We're not going to save you from yourself. If you go to the mall and charge up, you know, $10,000 that you can't pay for, you're going to be in trouble.
Right.
But you're going to be able to tell which credit cards are the good credit cards and which ones aren't. If you really think that you borrowed something at 14% interest, it really will be 14% interest and not turn out to be 36% interest.
Right.
It's not that hard.
Right.
Everything we have, your shoes, your clothes, the water you drink, the air you breathe, we have basic safety rules in the United States about not being able to put carcinogens in the makeup and lead in paint in the children's toys, but we don't have them for consumer credit products.
But just back to my point, we wouldn't need all those rules if people were basically good, which they're not. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry to end on that note. But I hope you come back to the panel sometime. I really would appreciate it. Elizabeth Warren, everybody.